Hi everyone, welcome to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, your daily audio summary of the latest news reported in the Ukrainian media. Sorry for missing on a few episodes, that was due to power cuts. Also, please be aware that after today, our podcast will go on a summer break and we will return on 1st of August. Thank you for staying with us and for your support. My name is Artem and here is the news. 868 days less the Russian invasion of Ukraine. Russia conducted a large-scale missile attack against the cities of Ukraine on 8th of July, reports Ukrainska Pravda. It used 38 missiles of various types, 30 of them were downed by Ukraine's air defense. According to the Air Force, missiles flew at extremely low altitudes, which made it difficult to destroy them and increased the threat of the consequences of being shot down. In the city of Kryvyi Rih in the Dnipro region, missiles hit administrative building of the Northern Mining and Beneficiation Plant of the Metinvest Group, killing 10 people and injuring another 30. 3 people were killed in the Russian missile strike against the city of Pokrovsk, Donetsk Oblast. In Kyiv, Russian missile hit the Okhmadit Children's Hospital, one of the most advanced medical facilities in the whole country. In the result, the toxicology building containing the chronic and acute intoxication units where children undergo dialysis was completely destroyed. Almost all the windows in the old surgery building shattered, 2 surgical and 2 somatic departments. An intensive care unit and an operating unit were significantly damaged. 13 units were damaged in the new building, including 8 surgical units, 5 oncology units, 2 intensive care units, an operating unit, radiology and radiotherapy departments. Country's only oncohematology lab was damaged as well. 2 people were killed on the spot, 30-year-old Dr. Svetlana Lukyanchuk and an adult family member of a patient, and over 50 injured. A boy who suffered from the attack died in hospital yesterday. He was in a critical condition in Okhmadit's intensive care unit at the time of the missile strike. In another part of the city, missile wreckage fell on the Adonis Isida medical facility. 9 people were killed, 5 of them doctors. 14 people, including 5 children, were killed in a residential building on Volodymyra Salskoe Street. 7 people were killed in the Dominion Business Center. 2 people were killed near the Lukyanivska metro station. Overall, 34 people were killed and about 121 injured in Kyiv alone. President Volodymyr Zelensky arrived in the US to take part in the NATO summit, reports Voice of America. US President Joe Biden, in his speech at the opening of the summit, announced the transfer of additional air defense systems to Ukraine. In particular, the US will provide an additional Patriot battery, another 2 will be provided by Germany and Romania. The Netherlands plans to assemble 1 more, jointly with other partners. Italy will send a SAMP-T system. In addition, the US and partners plan to provide Ukraine with dozens of air defense systems, including NASAMS, Hawk, Iris-T and Gepard in the coming months. European Pravda noted that 4 of the 5 new systems announced by Biden were already known about. Moreover, one of them, the German system, has already been put in service with the armed forces of Ukraine. Based on this, Biden's announcement essentially refers to the supply of 1 more new Patriot system, which will be provided by the US itself, and a significant number of shorter-range systems. Norway announced plans to provide Ukraine with 6 F-16 fighter jets, reports Ukrinform. We would really appreciate if you could rate us, ideally with 5 stars, and leave a glowing review in the app where you are listening to this podcast, Apple Podcasts, Spotify or others. This really helps more people to find out about the highlights from Ukraine and truth about Russia's invasion. Norway announced plans to provide Ukraine with 6 F-16 fighter jets, reports Ukrinform. Norwegian Prime Minister Jonas Gahr Støre said that Ukraine's ability to defend itself against airstrikes is extremely important in the fight against Russian aggression. According to him, Oslo plans to start delivering the aircraft in 2024. Leaders of the United States, Denmark and the Netherlands, who had the so-called fighter jet coalition, have announced that Ukraine will receive its first F-16 aircraft this summer. The transfer process for these F-16s is now underway. In early July, it was announced that the Netherlands would shortly begin supplying Ukraine with the first of 24 F-16 fighter jets. Thank you for listening to the Highlights from Ukraine podcast, when a commercial initiative of just 2 people, and we need your help to grow. Share information about the podcast, rate us in the app, subscribe to our Patreon. With your support, we are getting better. We call on you to demand from governments of your countries to impose the toughest sanctions possible on Russia and its citizens to stop their invasion of Ukraine.